one slip-up and Jethro's season could be over.
And I nearly popped his shoulder straight away. It was really hard to watch.
Ryan gets himself into deep water.
Yeah, they played fog.
And the rescue of the season.
The next thing that went through my mind was remember where he is, because he's going to be on the bottom when you get to him.
No, just behind.
Out on their morning jog, these two women think they may have seen a body floating off North Bondi.
We had to launch the jet ski and we had to go out and do that search and rescue. We don't have a set protocol who is actually going out of the jet ski. It's who's literally in the tower. On this day, Jeffro was the man. He was keen and eager.
Get me as deep as you can.
Launching the jet ski usually takes two people, but Ryan decides to attempt it on his own.
The rationale is just to, make the job as easy as possible and alleviate a bit of need for manpower.
Without a helper, Ryan reverses the buggy a little deeper than usual.
The Westpac helicopter was over. They're searching. Everyone's trying to find this body that was supposedly 4 metres off the rocks. We've got an obligation to try and find the body, but, we've got a lot of people on the beach and the surf's up, so priority is getting back down to the beach.
As Jethro searches the water, Ryan's one-man jet ski launch hasn't gone to plan.
That's ridiculous.
The young guys, a big job comes in, they like to rush. There's no thinking, it's getting done quickly. And this is a problem, this is when trouble happens.
It was just me and Jethro, I didn't want to have to be stuffing around with it, so tried to get it, nice and deep.
Ryan gets little sympathy from senior lifeguards.
What happened? Did it break down or he just got bogged?
No, he put it in, just got bogged.
That was the worst launch I've ever seen.
On this occasion, I could feel my heart sinking and the Can-Am sinking at the same time.
Yeah, so we got two young lifeguards. They're trying to impress. And they took on a solid shore break at dead high tide and they just come off second best.
So I called for Mouse and, I was stoked to see him.
Ready? I was like, this is heavy. We've got a heavy situation here.
A 6-foot swell and an incoming tide don't help Ryan's hopes for a quick recovery of the $20,000 buggy.
Overriding emotion was I'm in the shit.
I mean, you would never think that it could be possible, but the waves and the ocean is so powerful. Like, it's totally capable of, literally sucking the buggy right into the water and not getting it out, ever. And it was on the way. I honestly thought we were going to lose the buggy. The waves were going to keep coming and the tide was coming up, and we just did not have a very big window of opportunity here.
As the waves were hitting it, the engine was still on, so it was doing pretty well, and then Mouse got in the driver's seat and this wave just come over the back.
That's it. It's dead, mate. It's dead.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's dead.
And the engine cut off, and I knew I'd stopped it then.
The buggy is at risk of being completely swallowed by the tide. Mouse calls for community assistance.
Luckily, Chapo was there on his day off, and I just recruited two other blokes that were watching, and we just all got behind it.
Can you help us push this car out? Can you help us? All these guys are going to help you push it. Yeah. All right, ready?
This isn't a rescue which lifeguards will proudly record in their daily report.
The jet ski out.
Ryan feels there's some positives.
Jet ski got in the water, that job got done.
That's at least 6 weeks of cleaning the tower.
After 2 hours, the search for a body reportedly seen near North Bondi headland is called off.
Jeff, do you want to come in?
When beaching the jet ski, lifeguards must turn off the engine while simultaneously running the ski up the sand. It's a multitasking job that can easily go wrong.
You all right?
When I first hit, I instantly felt like a shooting pain.
I had a good laugh at him and I felt terrible, and then he's just gone, oh, not good. And I knew he popped his shoulder straight away.
Take a deep breath.
For the second time this morning, a young lifeguard has got himself into strife.
Oh my, someone come down and give me a hand.
Jeff's popped his shoulder coming off the ski.
Serious ligament or tendon damage could spell the end of his season.
Pain out of 10 was 10 for sure. Once you look down and you see that like your shoulder's sticking out here and it's all mangled, it definitely gets worse. Whistle me up, baby. Come on, get the whistle.
Lifeguards normally administer pain-killing gas to injured beachgoers.
Get the finger over it, mate.
Today, it's Jethro that will get a taste of the green whistle.
Can't feel a thing.
Nah, good. Keep sucking. The green whistle seems to affect everyone in such a diverse way, and Jethro, not being too big of a guy, it affected him quite quickly.
Pop the locker and take me to Charlestown. Cabin crew prepare the doors for landing.
He might have been even flying a 747 at one stage.
This is your captain speaking.
You would be the most gorgeous flight attendant too.
Should have been a flight attendant.
Keep sucking up.
Paramedics have been called. Until then, lifeguards manage Jethro's pain.
This is whistle number 2. After the second whistle, I have no recollection of what I said. I know I could have said anything.
Parramatta eel.
Parramatta eel.
This extended care paramedic will attempt to relocate Jethro's shoulder on the first aid bed.
Have you ever dislocated your shoulder before? No, first time.
And another important caregiver shows up. Jethro's girlfriend, Kaya.
Okay. If it is just an anterior dislocation and everything's all right, we'll just see if we can relocate it.
Lifeguards deal with dislocations every week, but they are less used to seeing one of their own in pain.
Can you try and roll this right shoulder back for me?
He was still in a lot of pain, like excruciating pain. So, yeah, it was a tough one.
Looks like you're going to have a trip up to hospital, okay? Yeah, I just need one arm.
Despite the paramedics' best attempts, Jethro's shoulder can't be relocated here.
This whole start of this year has been an absolute buster for us.
1, 2, 3, lift.
This is such a diverse job that you put your own life on the line. You're out searching for a body, and then all of a sudden, he can't work.
In hospital, Jethro will learn if his lifeguarding season is over. It's Ryan's first year as a full-time lifeguard, and his bold move backfired.
For the rest of the day, I was a bit bummed, a bit deflated. It was my first big stuff up, and kind of was a day ruiner, that's for sure.
Ryan is now determined to redeem himself in front of senior lifeguards. All he needs is the right opportunity.
Hey, Central to Mouse, can you go down in front of the other?
Situation quickly changes when the man loses his footing and lifeguards realise he can't swim.
I didn't actually see the guy. Mouse just told me to get ready to go.
Yeah, go Ryan, he's struggling, mate, he's struggling.
As soon as I heard Mouse in the megaphone, my heart went into my mouth. I was like, oh.
Oh, mate, he's proper.
Bouncing off the bottom, the man uses his hand to signal his location.
The waves were just hitting him and just smashing him around and just, I guess, knocking the wind out of him.
Soon, the water will be too deep for the man to break the surface with his hand.
Fully needs to go, mate. Oh, he's bouncing off the bottom.
I was paddling as fast as I could to that hand, but it felt like time was standing still.
Oh, mate, he's gone.
Life and death is now a matter of microseconds.
The next thing that went through my mind was remember where he is, because he's going to be on the bottom when you get to him.
Ryan has just a matter of seconds to secure a hold on the exhausted man.
He looks up, he's got a 6-foot wave about to break right in front of him. What do you do?
That's when I ripped my gear off because I just thought this wave was going to separate him.
Oh, hold him, hold him, hold him.
I just saw the wave and white-knuckled holding on was as hard as I could hold on.
Mate, that was the heaviest thing. I thought that guy was going to die in front of our eyes then.
Rio is a 22-year-old law student from Japan. Without Ryan, he would have definitely drowned.
So scary. I thought I'm dying now, so I asked help. I don't know what happened to me. Sorry.
After bogging the buggy this morning, Ryan has pulled off the rescue of the season.
You did very well to keep yourself alive. You nearly drowned.
Being able to redeem myself with that rescue just took the whole world off my shoulders.
If you feel sick, come and tell us, all right?
Oh, okay, thank you.
All right?
Thank you very much.
All day I've just been thinking about, oh, I've stuffed up, you know, what a bad day. And then, yeah, to have a really good rescue at the end there, end it very well.
Mate, that was...
Cheers,
Cheers, bro. It's been one of those days. One of those crazy Bondi days where, like, personnel down, equipment down, every crazy thing that could have happened, happened.